Relays and contactors has been replaced by transistors. First microtechnology, now nanotechnology. So to do calculations, we use microtransistors and interfaces that translate the computer to humans and the humans to computers. First, we use a lot of contactors to run complex machineries. Now, later, the printed circuit board replaced these contactors, and later on, programmable logic controls replaced this printed circuit board. We have the capability to change the software and to upgrade the software. The benefits of the programmable logic control or building management control is that we can change the control box. This is the old version. In the past, we used a lot of relays to control control box. Now we use a printed circuit board. They're much cheaper and smaller, and also have programmable logic controls that allows us to download software, and we can see faults only by watching the computer, which is connected to the building management control. Also, we can monitor via the internet what happened to our equipment, or we can have a HMI onto the control box in the computer. Just like you saw before, you can see here a relay. It can be 0 and 1, but you can wire it in different ways. You can apply power to normal close, to normal open. You can activate the relay to have power, or you can apply power to normal close, so when the relay will not be activated, will give power. Or you can apply power to normal close and normal on to have a constant commune power, and so on. So you can play with these signals the way you want, but people are not happy about this. Transistor has been discovered and life has massively improved. But in old time, I used to check these big boards with million wires. It was a massive headache, not like today, a software, simple modules to replace by someone called technician. So this is the old version of what you see today on your TV. We use a lot of relays and contactors. So we use this relay not only to drive heavy loads, but we use them to sort out the control philosophy of the system. Today things change, the CPU has been introduced and the life went much better. So let's talk today about the old version of it, so you'll make sense what I'm talking about. Let's start with the painful truth. So what would painful truth be like? While things are working, people will never do maintenance, never look into it, never clean things. That's why. While things are working, we don't even know they exist, just like human body. Until you feel a pain, you don't even know if you have a liver or a heart. You go by default. So let's see what happens when systems get faulty. Watch this video and try to understand the circuits. Well, this is tricky one. If you look at the motor, the thermal protection, it's activated. It is integrated into the system. It doesn't flag an alarm, but indirectly you see the water level in a swamp increases, and then the control will flag a high water level. So you have to look if something wrong with the pipe, maybe they're blocked or something because they overheated the motor. Under such condition, you turn off the entire control system and secure it and check the pumps and the pipes. Let's try a different scenario this time. You just fix the system and you reinstate the pump. Now the pump takes the water from the swamp, but electrical or mechanical faults can happen anytime. This time the overload will be triggered because of a pump mechanical or electrical fault. You'll observe that two things will happen. The motor will be stopped and the water in the swamp will raise. So you have to take the right action. If you will analyze the circuit, you will observe that by pressing this reset, you will only mute the alarm for a specific period of time. We cannot afford to mute the alarm completely because we want to make sure the alarm warns you that something is wrong. Otherwise, if the swamp will be filled with water, you might flood the premises. So you have all kind of alarms to look, like the overload alarms you can look, or the high level of water. You don't have indeed the thermal overload of the motor alarm, but you have many alarms so you can deal with. I don't like the system, but this is the system I found, so I have to deal with it. If the water raises into this swamp, then you'll have a double alarm which will tell you you have a high level of water. You have to warn the customer to stop the process, not to produce whatever he produces, otherwise will flood the store. Even if you will try to stop the process, not the control, you don't switch off the control. Stopping the process will not turn off the alarm. And if you try to reinitiate the process without repairing the motor, still will not work. So you really have to do the right thing. You have to repair the motor, to clean the pipes, and to do whatever it takes to make sure you have an appropriate system. Now you just turn off the circuit and you're ready to investigate it. Please watch this video many times. Analyze this circuit. It's not perfect. I found it while I was working in a store. And I have 35 years experience in the industry. I don't try to show you a perfect circuit. I show you all imperfect circuits so you wrap your mind around it. Try to analyze the circuit first. Try to understand how the system works before you even attempt to repair something. Because if you don't understand how it is working, you will never be able to repair it. And make sure, be safe. Thank you.